Of Environmental Science. Welcome you all in this live EVS program. There are environment and as well as human beings and its prevention and control. When we are discussed of the part that is this include water pollution, soil pollution, noise and radiation. So as we all are aware that most of our sacred rivers like Yamuna, Ganga and many more are being polluted, and every measure is now being taken by the government and individuals and NGOs to protect our health. So if we talk about water pollution, it means any undesirable changes in the oceans, estuaries and groundwater by the addition of undesirable substances that decrease termed as water pollution. So when we define water pollution, means is the addition or presence of undesirable substances in pollution. Humans are the main cause of water pollution. However, some water pollution also occurs naturally, and some of the water resources of natural resources of water pollution may be soil particles that enters the water through soil erosion, minerals from rocks and solid and liquid waste too. Water pollution can either be underground water pollution or marine pollution. So we can divide water pollution, surface water pollution, types of, or we can say types of water pollution. It may be underground water pollution or marine water pollution. Whether it is our water bodies get polluted. So let us list some various causes of water pollution. So silt may be pesticides, heavy metals, organic pollution. There may be many more you can also think about. So sediment brought or into the or near the water bodies is a major source of water pollution, and indiscriminate river, lakes, oceans, seas, estuaries and groundwater sources may be polluted by point or non-point sources. So question is, what is point and sources, or what is non-point sources? So we define point source pollution is when water pollutant are discharged from a specific location directly into the water bodies. For example, we can take examples: wastewater effluent, untreated sewage, animal feedlot. Feedlot is an enclosed area or sometime a building where livestock, particularly cattle or hogs, are fattened rapidly for market. They are the type of animal feeding operations used in intensive animal farming. Now we are talking about non-point water source, so their contamination cannot be traced to a single discharge point. And category of some example of this category. So at a glance you can see point source water pollution and non-point water pollution. So now let us see how water pollution affect human health. Infection, protozoan infection and some chemicals like mercury, lead, cadmium, and these waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, typhoid fever, bacillary dysentery. When we talk about bacterial viral infection, it means infectious hepatitis or jaundice. Poliomyelitis is a viral infection on human. When we talk example of protozoan infection, example will be amoebic Minamata disease in humans and dropsy in fishes. In case of lead, it is dyspraxia, and cadmium, the disease will be eti. So now we move to the pollution due to pesticides. So let us see how pesticides are affecting our aquatic ecosystem. Pesticides like DDT used in agriculture are carried into the water body or water contaminated. Aquatic organisms take up these pesticides from the water, and these pesticides then get into the food chain and move up to the food chain. At higher trophic level, they get concentrated and may reach the upper end of the food chain. So, you will be aware about the harmful effect of the pesticides. So, there are some other effect also from water pollution. They may be loss of habitats like wetlands, eutrophication, that is enrichment of water bodies by system. Increased turbidity of water because of sediments reduces penetration of light in water. Eutrophication means enrichment of water bodies with nutrients, that is eutrophication. So, discharge of domestic waste, agricultural surface runoff, land drainages and industrial effluents in a water body leads to rapid nutrient enrichment in a water body. So, the excessive nutrient enrichment in a water plants. So, biological demand for oxygen means is the amount, BOD is the amount of aerobic conditions. So, BOD thus increases with the increase in aquatic organisms. As more plants grow and die, the dead and decaying plant and organic matter acted upon by microorganisms deplete the water of dissolved oxygen. Then what is dissolved oxygen? Means a common lake or stream contains small amount of oxygen in the form of dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen or DO is a crucial component of natural water body, maintaining the aquatic life and quality aesthetic of streams and lakes, including plants also, releasing offensive smell and make the water unfit for human use. So, this is the process of eutrophication, when discharge of domestic waste, industrial effluents, land drainage, agriculture runoff into the water, then nutrients are increased. When nutrients are increased, then France decreases. So, that is a cause of sudden death of aquatic animals and plants and makes water unfit for human consumption. Phytoplankton and algae impact green color to the water, which is known as the water bloom or algal bloom phase. So, this is algal bloom or water hyacinth you find in these water bodies, and the water is not fit for human use or animals. The question arises, who is largely responsible for this eutrophication and non-point sources which is the major which deals with the eutrophication. Points and non-point sources includes agriculture runoff, urban runoff, septic tank leakage, atmospheric disposition. Dear learners, that power plants and other industrial hot water is discharged into rivers, streams or oceans. This is known as water thermal pollution. Aquatic organisms are adapted to a unique. So, increase in water temperature decreases dissolved oxygen in water, and in short we can say thermal pollution decreases biology cool before releasing into any receiving water body. So, most important is educating people about the harmful effect of water pollution to humans and environment. Use less chemicals and manufactured product that contains plastic or metal. Develop effective storm runoff systems. Minimize runoff water from means treated contaminated water, sewage water before releasing it into the environment or any water body. Next we can say reuse and recycle. It is a very much important concept. Recycling means the use of wastewater by the original user prior to the discharge either to a treatment system or to a receiving water body. It means wastewater is recovered and repetitively recycled with or without treatment by the can take little bit measures or several measures to help in reducing. Use natural alternatives to chemical. For example, you can clean your bathroom or kitchen with a mixture of vinegar or water or baking soda and salt paste instead of using chemicals. Detergent made with natural. So now we move the next section of this discussion, that is soil pollution. Natural environment, natural soil environment. So as you can see in the picture, pollution results in land degradation. So don't you think here again, we humans are responsible for the increase in soil pollution. So industrial activities also needs this direct industrial activities needs direct discharge of industrial waste to the soil. Agriculture chemicals like agrochemicals, pesticides, herbicides and excessive use of fertilizer or chemical fertilizer, they are the main source of the soil pollution. Soil pollution can also be caused by intensive farming or improper disposal of waste, oil and fuel dumping, landfill and illegal dumping. Nuclear and electronic waste are some other root cause of soil pollution. So some of these are the some also leads to soil pollution. They are chemicals and waste from hospitals, plastic polybags, seepage from landfill or solid waste seepage, percolation of contaminated water into the soil. And for us to study soil pollution, reason is soil pollution drastically affects not only the life of human beings and animals, it also affects our vegetations too. So we will discuss about some ill effects of the soil pollution now. Soil becomes unfit for agriculture. Crops and foders grown on polluted soil may pass the pollutants to the consumers. They affect the different type of microorganisms found in the soil. Hazardous substances present in the soil may poison. Soil contaminants are driven by wind, causing air pollution, which is detrimental to health. The question is how to control soil pollution. So we can control by several measures, and first measure is it is essential to stop the use of plastic bags and instead use bag of degradable materials like paper and cloth, fertilizer and as landfill. Organic matter from domestic agriculture should be properly treated for removing hazardous materials. Biomedical waste should be separately collected and incinerated in proper incinerator. Our country, at least in the urban cities in our country, noise pollution. Remember the environment as a result of human activities. So let us see how noise is causing pollution. So a loud music on the dancing floor are studying. Similarly, a musical clock may be pleasing to your ears during the daytime, but the same musical clock may be irritating to you during the night time when you are trying to get some sleep at the night. So similarly, loudspeakers, noise in industries, noise of generators, movement of heavy transport vehicles, noise of aircrafts and trains are also irritating. So I am sure you all will agree to this definition. So noise is unwanted sound. Noise can be produced by many sources: man's vocal cord, a running engine, a vibrating loudspeaker, diaphragm, an operating machine tool and many other. So WHO has prescribed optimum sound level for human beings, and it is 45 decibel by day and 35 decibel by night. That is the source of noise pollution, and sound above 80 decibel is hazardous to our ears. So, now we will list various sources of noise pollution too. They are constructive activities, household gadgets, social events, industrialization and transportation. As we can see, some of these sources are in industrial activities, automobiles, aircrafts, train, sports and political rallies, marketplace activities, loud music at public places are all outdoor sources of noise pollution. So, in this figure we are talking in rural areas. Farm machines and pump sets are the main sources of noise pollution. Indoor sources of noise pollution also includes radio, television. You can add more indoor and outdoor sources of pollution. It is not wrong to say that we will take a little break. After a break,
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विकसित एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवधान में इसके केंद्र बात।
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र का रास्ता स्वयं चुने, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। स्वयं बने हम
before taking a break, we are discuss about water pollution, thermal pollution and noise pollution. Its sources, causes, effects and control too. During the we cannot say, it is not wrong to say that modern civilization, urbanization, industrialization are the root cause of noise pollution, and annoying and irritating causes increased mental stress, frustration and psychological effects too. So, we will talk effects in the form of hypertension, interference with communication and even loss effect. Insomnia or lack of sleep, if we are facing noise pollution for a longer time, so we are not been able to result in death. Very clear that humans are solely responsible for noise pollution. So, it is we who can also reduce noise pollution. And walls and well-maintained roads, that is smooth surfacing of roads, retrofitting of locomotives, continuously welded rail track, use of electric locomotives or deployment of quieter rolling stock will reduce noises emanating from trains. Air traffic noise can be reduced. This can be reduced by soundproofing equipment. For example, generators can be made soundproof, and also area producing a lot of noise can be made soundproof. Power tools, very loud music and land movers, public functions using loudspeakers should not be permitted at night. So there are norms by 10 p.m. all loudspeakers should be stopped. A green belt of trees is an efficient noise absorber. So plant trees more and more in the environment, including hydrosphere, lithosphere and non-ionizing radiations is relatively low energy radiations that does not have energy to vibrate faster. It is located at the low end of the electromagnetic. Ionizing radiation is a type of radiation that carries enough energy to break bond between molecules and ionized atoms. Ultraviolet light and neutrons produced in nuclear fission are all regarded as ionizing radiations. Move in an atom but cannot remove electrons, and it does not penetrate chemical reactions. It can, however, cause permanent harm if the exposure time is long. Exposure should mutates incorrectly and can become cancerous. Not all cells of so we now know what is radiation. Different types of radiation is any undesirable change in the atmosphere over the natural background. Pollution can either natural or man-made. Sources: soil, natural gas and building material, and outdoor includes rocks and soil. X-ray examination, radiation therapy, occupational exposure and television. So as already stated earlier, radiations have a direct impact on human health. So let us now discuss the somatic. Somatic damage refers to damage to cells not associated with reproduction, resulting in nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. Severe loss of white blood cells. Genetic damage includes to cells, it refers to cells associated. Some other new effects of radioactive pollutions are causes thermal temperature when these substances radiate energy. Rise in temperature of water body adversely affects aquatic life. Hiroshima must be still in our minds. You may also not have forgotten the nuclear reactor accident in Chernobyl in 1986. Pollution in homes and surroundings is an ill effect of pollution and ways of reducing it. So before we wrap up, we would like to recap the main points, that is what you have learnt. Addition of undesirable substances in water is called water pollution. Natural sources of water pollution, industrial effluents are causing pollution of groundwater. Nutrient enrichment of a water body is called eutrophication. Into rivers, streams or oceans. This waste heat increases temperature of which adversely affect the quality of soil or fertility of soil is known as soil pollution. And sources of soil pollution, urbanization and modern civilization. Indoor sources include noise produced by radio, television, and outdoor source includes indiscriminate use of loudspeaker, industrial activities, energy, traveling through space. Radiation can be grouped into non-ionizing radiation and the ionizing. A new program of environmental science. Till then, goodbye and thank you.